All right, let's jump into Too Tall Toby's 260706. Surprisingly, this is my 100th Too Tall Toby part that I've solved. It feels like more than that, but let's jump right in. This is a level 4. It's a little tricky. We are in grams. It's going to be in aluminum, so let's jump in. All right. So we can see from this geometry, we got a lot of shapes. They're all kind of in the same front face here. We've got some interesting depths happening as well. But because I have a lot of things happening on the front face there, I'm going to do a sketch, and I'm going to use sketch regions rather than just extruding. So I'm going to create a circle to get the lower portion here with that diameter 120, and we'll add another circle and a keyway. Okay, so that keyway has a width of 22, and the circle has a diameter of 67. And the way that we'll commonly dimension those keys is across the entire shaft. So 72. And with sketch regions, I don't need to do this, but it feels clearer if I just trim out that portion. Okay. I lost my dimension, so we'll add it back in. There we go. And then we can build off of this. We're going to add another circle up here, not the same diameter. And this one is going to be 150 above the lower section with a diameter of 80. And then we got some interesting stuff happening in here. We've got a hexagon that we'll add from the palette. It's going to be smaller than that, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Okay. And we don't want to dimension across a single flat, we want to dimension across the flats. So we'll do this dimension as 50. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to finish that sketch. Let's add a definition. And we're going to add a couple of lines in here. So we're going to do this one and those parallel. Okay, the distance between those is 12. And I'm going to take those two pieces and mirror them across the center line. So we can dimension from the outsides to a width of 60 at the top and a width of 86 at the bottom. Okay. Okay, so let's call that good for now. I'm going to leave that hole out of the center. It's got this taper, so I'm going to deal with that kind of on its own. All right, so Shift S puts us into sketch region, and I can take this and this and this and extrude that. Because I've got a couple of different depths that I'm dealing with, I kind of want my front plane to be the top depth here, so I'm going to go that way for a depth of 48. That allows me to grab this portion and extrude it up. The overall width is 75, so I'm going up 75 minus 48. Let's extrude this down. And this is going to have a depth of 48 minus 25. And we are removing material. Okay. Can hide some of these planes and stuff. Let's add in some rounds. So a radius of 7 on these 4 corners. I'm going to hold down Control so they're all controlled by the same value. All right, and now we have a few last things. We need to get this taper or this kind of elevation angle here, and we have to add the tapered hole. Let's do the elevation angle. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to extrude on the front plane. I'm just going to extrude a line, and the distance of the line from the edge here is 85. So I'm going to extrude that as a surface, and I'm going to hold down Shift and select the bottom surface so it goes right to it, and I don't have to worry about a dimension. Okay. And that surface I'm going to use in my draft. So draft will allow me to add some angle to the surface. The draft hinge is that surface that I created. Okay. I can go to 15 and you'll see that this portion on the left looks correct, but the portion over here needs to stay flat, so we will split at the draft hinge, and on the second side we'll give that an angle of 0. Okay. And now let's hide the drafts, the quilt. There we go. And then the last thing we're going to do is fill in this portion here. So I'm going to do that with a revolve on the right plane. And I'm going to take advantage of Creo's clip model. Let's turn, there we go, we got an axis. Okay, perfect. Let's add a datum axis on top of our existing axis. And I'm going to, all right. So the hex shape has to stay until a depth of 10. And then I think I'm going to go all the way to the outside here and revolve it. So let's see here. Our inner diameter is 33. Our outer diameter is 42. And then our depth from here to here is 10. All right, I think this is gonna work. I probably could have also made it go to the farthest point on the hex, but let's revolve that. Looks good. We can hide that sketch and do a quick visual. That looks pretty close. Let's see how we did. And we got it. So that was really an interesting model. Some of the things that were unique about this one were the draft kind of in the middle of that surface. We got a bunch of different depths. We had a tapered hole coming out of the back of a hexagon shape. Yeah, a lot of kind of interesting shapes in this level 4 model. So sketch region was a big help in this particular scenario. It's one of those lesser known Creo quirks, but can be really helpful when you have a lot of things happening in the same view. Hope that helps. Drop a note if you have any questions, but until next time, stay quirky.